Despite the chaos of Blackburn Rovers and the managerial situation, Blackburn Rovers have a small matter of a Tony Mowbray derby. That's right. This coming Wednesday, we're going to talk about that and more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video today. We're previewing the West Brom Champion Blackburn Rovers game over at the Hawthorns, and we'll get to that in a second. If you do, where you been? Hit the old subscribe. You want to subscribe for Blackburn Rovers, John Eustace Chaos, Blackburn Rovers, and of course, Blackburn Bloody Rovers. That's right, West Bromwich Albion are the opposition this coming Wednesday in yet another Tony Mowbray derby. Will we get the upper hand against our old gaffer? Or, of course, who will actually be in the dugout? That's, of course, another question. We'll get into all of that, of course, in a second. Big shout out to the members. Big shout out to the patrons. You know who you are. So, let's jump into it and have a look at the game itself. Coming at you this Wednesday, what would that be? The 12th of February, of course, over at the Hawthorns. This is the recent run of events between the two sides. They have played 27 times since 1999. 7 wins for West Brom, 9 wins for Blackburn Rovers. There's been 11 draws between the two sides. So over the course of recent history, it still is in Rovers' favour. But coming into this, West Brom are 5th. 42% form for them right now. 2 wins in the last 6 up against Rovers, who've just won once in at least the last 6 matches. But they're 6 right now with 45 points for the campaign. That's right. West Brom do have a 4-1 win on their record. They scored 32 goals compared to our 33. They have a 1.19 average goals scored per match compared to our 1.22. As for Rovers, our highest ever victory was just a 2-0 win. Let's take a look at some of the recent run of events then. The last 6, both home and away. Now, this record does look favourable for Rovers over the course of the last 6. We've won 2, we've drawn 3, and we've only lost the once. That one loss was a big one. It was the last time we played at this very venue. It was a 4-1 win with Brandon Thomas Asante, who could be, let me go to the big picture on this one, could be one of the factors that John Eustace is up in sticks and moving down to Derby County. He was, I think, the player that he was interested in. And of course, Rovers did do nothing about it. So, of course, he's a goal scorer at this level. And now, of course, he seems to be kicking on another level over at Coventry. Anyway, back to the matter in hand. Of course, we do come into this on the back of that 0-0 draw between Rovers and West Brom. I was there or thereabouts. I was actually meant to go to that game. I was in the area. I was on a canal. But it was miserable times. Very, very painful stuff. Anyway, the last 6, but at the Hawthorns, look like this. We haven't won in the last 6. So pretty grim stuff. There has been 3 draws, and some of them were when, of course, our beloved Tony Mowbray was in charge. Some old school names on here. We got Anthony Modeste way back when, getting a red card. Man, also some of the big fat OG. Harrison Reed, of course. So yeah, some familiar names, some familiar games, but no victories for Blackburn Rovers. So that's the state of play there. And then over the last 10, it looks a little bit like this. We're looking for the greens here, guys. Are we looking for the greens? We're not looking for the greens. We're looking for the reds. Reds are us. So 3 wins for us, 3 wins for them, and there's been 4 draws. So it's been quite evenly matched in the last 10. If you really go through the history books, it is massively still favoured over Rovers over the whole course of 107 games. Rovers winning 43 of them, West Brom winning 35. It's been 29 draws, and we've scored more goals than they have. Again, through the record books. Let's take a look, though, at the squad values now coming into this. Now, West Brom squad is valued at 75 million euros, averaging 2.9 million euros a player. 26.5 is the average age, with, of course, a national team players of 9, 2 youth, 14 foreigners, compared to Rovers' 55.4 million euro, 1.91 euros a player on average. The average age is around about 27, with 6 national team players, 2 youth, and 12 foreigners. On the books, take a look then at the key men at the moment. Now, I have stuck John Eustace's face on there. Unfortunately, if you've been living on a rock these past 2 or 3 days, he's not going to be there. Well, if he's going to be there, something weird's going down, because I think I just saw online a job posting for head coach. I don't know if I really just realistically don't think he will be in charge for this game. Derby County are playing today. He's not there for that. It's officially not been confirmed yet that he's moving, but it's pretty much done and dusted. There's been some mud smear campaign or a mud slinging match online. Rovers saying they're disgusted with Eustace doing this and that, and providing him X, Y, and Z. And Eustace going down to speak to Derby. So it's just a matter of time. Otherwise, I don't think there's a coming back here. If he doesn't like Derby, I cannot see a scenario where John Eustace comes back and manages Blackburn Rovers. I think the bridges have been burnt. You know what? And I think there's a bit of, if we want to be honest, there's, nobody comes out of this squeaky clean. I think the Rovers hierarchy, the Waggets and the like, not doing themselves any favour with just how restricted they've been for John Eustace, not really providing him clarity on the future. If the communications are right, Eustace wanted a new contract. That was pushed back at him, and still no certainties have been made over the futures of some first team regulars. And then on the flip side, John Eustace doing this, that, and the other, speaking with a club who's honestly not in the greatest position in the league, but trying to get that move started, orchestrated, and then now it looks like it's going to be a done deal. Anyway, so I do have him here. His record against West Brom was pretty good, actually. Not, we were going to miss this. He managed against them 4 times. He never lost against them. He's never lost against West Bromwich Albion, but he's never won against Tony Mowbray. So that's probably something to be might work out in our favour on the other end. Meanwhile, Tony Mowbray, of course, his record against Rovers, he's actually managed against us 8 times, winning 5 of them, just losing the once. And again, he has a perfect record against John Eustace. Anyway, let's take a look at the Star Men. Of course, that's another one. Yep, it is a weird rendezvous. It's like we're going back in time, but unfortunately, it looks like we're supporting the wrong team here, because it's all the good guys, or all the quality players are on the other side here. It's Adam Armstrong. It's the Adam Armstrong derby. He's back. He's playing for West Brom. He's playing for Mowbray. It's like 4 years ago. Valued at cool 60 million euros on loan from Southampton. Already up and running with goals. Up against our main man. Yeah, TD, Tyree Stolen. Anyway, less said about that, the better. Why isn't he not signed the contract? This is the squad coming at you right here, right now, starting with the defensive line. Interesting. I think I've squeezed them all here. Squeezed them all in on nearly one graphic. We have Joe Wildsmith between the sticks. He's going to be the number 1 now. And then, defensive reinforcements. Hegham's in there. Bartley will be suspended. I don't know where Ajayi is or Holgate. Holgate might come back. I've got him down listed. And into midfield, then you got the likes of Callum Styles, of course, a player that was linked a long time ago with Blackburn Rovers, probably in the Tony Mowbray days. You've got, of course, Tom Fellows. He's a bit of a wizard. Michael Johnston out wide. Dianganga. There's some very, very good players in this. And here's a closer look at them. And then up top, we've got Armstrong. Major is out. You got young Will Lannick just from Spurs. Daryl DK's just been an injury nightmare. And then Tamar Bainey is a new guy they spent a bit of cash on. So this is what I've gone with for the lineup. Wildsmith between the sticks. We've got Styles, Hegham. I've got Holgate back in there. Furlong. Into midfield, Malumbi, Mowat. Gone Swift in midfield. And then up top, Dianganga, Armstrong, and Colin Grant. It is a good-looking team. And I don't mean by the facial looks. I'm just saying there's talent here. We've got dead ball specialists galore between Swift and Mowat. Malumbi's also a pretty tidy player in midfield. Dianganga's pretty wild on the wing. Armstrong knows he scores goals. It is attacking-ish, but there is a good defensive structure here. This is a good championship competitive side. I'm not going to say it's a automatic playoff or automatic promotion side, but it's definitely a team that can beat any team in this division. It's very good, solid. The only question mark is Wildsmith between the sticks. So hopefully, if we get some shots off of them, we might cause them some problems at the back. And then, of course, Cam Stars, I think, is more suited in a more midfield role. So maybe that's an area to exploit. Anyway, Rovers, this is our squad these days. Again, who's going to be calling the shots? Probably going to be Damian Johnson, who did have a one managerial game earlier in the last season against Stoke. He ended up winning it in the end with a little bit of assistance from John Eustace. But pairs between the sticks, of course, Carter's getting close, could be in contention next week. And then you've got to try and mix it up a little bit. Probably Owen Beck coming back, Dom Hyam and Danny Bart will be in the centre-back pairing. Oh, actually, Dean Sanson could be considered if we're going to rest a few players, but I don't see why we would do that. Into midfield, the likes of Travis should return. Cantwell's been a bit shit of late. He needs to step it up, especially in these concerning times. Tronstad's still a few weeks away. Forshaw's been a bit woeful. Buckley should be alongside him. And up top, we've got Manuel Dennis, Yukio Hashi, Maktegeo, Augustus Kogbo, Dewberry, Corey Woodrow. A bit more options up top, which does give me, the coach a headache. I've gone with this. I've got pairs between the 6. We've got Britton, Bath, Heimer, and Beck. Travis Buckley for the meantime. Then I'm going to go with a bit of a refresh in the attacking third. Dennis, I thought, was lively. Not going to play him down the middle. I'm going to play him down out wide. Cargbo as well. Dolan, and then McTagay. That is quite a spicy attacking line. It might be a bit too attacking. You might want to be a little bit conservative, maybe, with the centre of the field. Cantwell could be in there. It just all depends on what the caretaker gaffer will do. These are the key men so far on the books on performance-wise. Look at Alex Mowat, completely out on his own, 7.34 average rating. Hegham's up alongside with 7.14, and Carl Bartley also going to be sorely missed at the back. Those 3 players outright the best of both sides of the field here. Of course, our best players, Callum Britton, Danny Bart, and then Ainsley Pears. Josh Major is out, down on the right. Holgate, of course, easily comes in to be alongside Bartley, so no major loss. Palmer's now made that switch to Ipswich. And then, maybe the attacking sides of the field have not been that good, but it does kind of steady itself out here. Travis does need a couple more good games to really up his ante. Let's take a look at the stats then, shall we? Of course, West Brom 6.95 average. They rank 6th in the division on the players there. Summary-wise, 31 played. They've scored 41 goals, conceded 28, averaging 1.3 goals a game. They've no penalties thus far. As for Rovers, 6.9 average. We're the 8th best in the division. 31 matches played. We have scored 35, conceding 31, averaging 1.1 goals a game. And we have got 3 penalties back-to-back, I think, in the league at the moment. Meanwhile, ball possession. West Brom are 54.9% possession. They've got 11 clean sheets to name up against Rovers, 47% possession. We also have 11 clean sheets. As for the duels, 52.5% of the duels won by West Brom, and for the aerial duels, 51.5. Rovers shadow in comparison to that, 50%, 0.7 for the duels won, and 50.9. So it'll be quite competitive in that regard. 1 red card to our 2 red cards. Let's take a look at the possession then stats for both West Brom and Rovers. West Brom, when in possession, prefer the right-hand side to the left, and they can be found more often than not in the defensive third than the attacking third, but only just. Rovers on the flip side, again, pretty even. Stevens spread down the left and the right, and they can be found more often than not comfortably in the defensive third than the attacking third. As for shots, shot direction preferred by West Brom, the left-hand side to the right, and 9% of their shots are in their 6-yard area. As for Rovers, they prefer the right to the left, and 14% shots are in that 6-yard area, because we like to work it right into the money zone and get the shot off. As for shot direction received, when, of course, defending, more often than not, shots coming down the left-hand side to the right, and 52% of the shots are within the 18-yard box. As for Rovers, again, similar to that of West Brom, 18% coming down the left, 16% down the right, and 57% down the 18-yard box. As for goals scored, how are they? Well, 31 scored by West Brom through open play and 10 set pieces. Wow, are we on? That is it. No counter-attacks, no own goals, no penalties. And goals conceded, 22 through open play, 3 own goals, 2 set pieces, 1 penalty. So what that means, what you can tell from that, let's go to me. What this means is a set piece, corner, free kick, a danger zone for West Brom. They've got Mowat, they've got Swift, they've got Jed Wallace on the bench. They've got a whole host of dangerous penalty takers, free kick takers, set piece, corner business. And of course, on the flip side, they're pretty much resolute when defending set pieces as well. Just 2 goals conceded in that regard. As for Rovers, though, our goals coming through open play, 23 of them, 5 set pieces, 3 counter-attacks, 3 penalties, and 1 own goal. As for goals conceded, we have conceded 9 through set pieces, 19 through open play, and 3 penalties. What else do we have? Let's take a look at West Brom's form coming into this, of course, on the back of a 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday. Prior to that, though, a 2-1 loss to West Brom. They've also got big wins at home against Portsmouth. It's their away form. Look at the back-to-back away wins. Away defeats there. Concerning times. After this game, they'll take on Millwall, who are doing good right now. Then Oxford, Leeds, QPR. So a good passage of the season for them, especially the month of Feb, for West Brom to really challenge, cement that playoff spot. As for Rovers, when you look at it on paper, it's not too bad. This one's going to be a tricky one. Then we have Plymouth at home, Swansea away, Norwich at home, Derby away, Stoke away, Cardiff at home. So there's winnable games here I'll go back to my face for this. There is winnable games. This one is shit. This game's a shitty. Really shit timing, especially with the scenario going on. But I want to be honest with you. John Eustace's form or Blackburn Rovers' form heading into this has been pretty shit. It's been pretty shit. Look at this. Let's go back here for a second. So we're losing QPR. We lost against Bristol City. We lost against Coventry. We lost against Oxford. We did beat Portsmouth. We did beat Preston. But realistically, our form has been pretty shitty since 2025 begun. So great opportunity to get some new eyes on the prize here. Great opportunity to see the players step it up for somebody new. But we've got to get that appointment right. We can't be bringing in a Ryan Lowe. We can't be bringing a Debbie Downer in. We've got to bring in somebody who will instantly galvanise this team and maintain, because today I honestly don't think we're going to win this game. We'll get to my prediction in a minute. But if we do somehow win this game, then that's bonkers. That's madness. But look at the games: Plymouth, Swansea, Norwich at home, Derby away. That's going to be very, very interesting, and a lot of malice will be going down there. Stoke City and Cardiff City as well. They're winnable games, especially if we get a coach in here who will really give it a crack of the whip. And you just don't know. So massive point in the season here, turning point perhaps. Of course, at the end of this run here into the month of March. Probably right here at the Cardiff City. But this, of course, after the Cardiff City game, I think it's international break. So crucial part of the season right here, right now. Anyways, take a look at the form coming in. And look at this. Look at how woeful this is. Just one away win at the last 6. That was the FA Cup. And if you take that out of the equation, 5 games without a win on the road. Grim stuff. Up against West Brom, though, who are unbeaten in at least the last 6 at home. So they're incredibly good at home. And now they've got Mowbray, and he, of course, next to score goals and really rip it up. So, yeah, this is what we can expect from the game. West Brom creating chances through individual skills, shooting direct from free kicks, attacking set pieces, and defending set pieces. They're solid. I already told you about that. Meanwhile, of course, West Brom's weaknesses, though, defending against long shots. Long shots. We don't do that. We don't bloody do that. Our style of play, though, is attacking through the middle, possession football. This is them. Attacking through the middle, possession football, long shots, short passes, through balls often. Opponents play aggressively against them. They play non-aggressive, play the offside trap, and they have a consistent first 11. As for Rovers, look at it. It's dwindling. Our stats and attributes are dwindling. Strengths, attacking down the wings, aerial duels, protecting the lead, stealing the ball from the opposition. Weaknesses, keeping possession of the ball, avoiding fouling in the dangerous areas, defending set pieces. Star play is playing on their own half and aggressive. The forecast says West Brom will score from a free kick. Told you. West Brom will score from a set-piece situation. Told you. Rovers will be shown a high number of cars. This is the table. This is how big a game this is. We could, by the end of this weekend, be as low as 11th. Oh, yes, it could be. A draw may keep us in the top 6, but Norwich, of course, are in action as well. They could have Middlesbrough got a game in hand as well. So this could be just the start of a massive decline for Rovers. Again, get that appointment right, and maybe you could salvage this season. Realistically, that's how crucial it is. But really, our form is woeful. Look at it. Look at the graphic. 1 win in 5. Watford also pretty down there, but they're coming into on the back of a win. Norwich also back-to-back. No, actually, look at it. This is a different way. It's the other way. Watford winless in the last 4. I don't know actually how this looks. What the fuck? Who did we just lose against? There's QPR. Surely it's this way. Norwich drew last time around. I don't fucking know. Anyway, regardless, we're in there. We've still got a chance. We just need to make the right call. Meanwhile, what else is going on? This is the journeys thus far. West Brom are the green. Of course, I had a great start to the campaign. Kind of drifted off a little bit with Carlos Cobahan, and now with Tony Mowbray trying to steady the ship and maintain that playoff push. As for Rovers, we've been here all season. It's just gone a very bit nasty of late. So that is that. What else is going on around the Championship? Well, it all starts today. Derby County, Oxford. Come on, Hughes. Watford, not Eustace. Come on, Hughes. Watford against Leeds. A bit spicy there. Portsmouth, Cardiff. Coventry, QPR. Norwich against Preston. Alex Neil Derby there. Burnley will take on Hull tomorrow. Plymouth against Millwall tomorrow. Sunderland, Luton as well. Swansea, Sheffield Wednesday. Bristol City, Stoke. Sheffield United, Middlesbrough, West Bromwich Albion, Blackburn Rovers. I'll be here with the watch along, of course, so make sure you can join me here. If you want to look at the top goal scorers, they are here on the screen right now. Borussia Saints is back, 15 goals scored. No one's really closed in on him. Perot is there or thereabouts, though. Major's out with an injury. Latif is no longer here. And then the chasing pack. Key assist man has been Tom Fellows. 11 assists to his name. So, my friends, it all boils down to this. It is all down to my prediction. What do we expect will happen in this game? Well, it is a bit of a circus off the field for Blackburn Rovers right here, right now. We don't know what's going on in the Managerial. Well, we do know John Eustace is going to leave us. He's up sticks and leaving. He's thrown his toys out of a pram and he's going down to Derby County to try and save their season. As for Blackburn Rovers, who will come in? Who knows? That'll be a crazy week, I imagine. And I'm very nervous about who the board will turn to. We're in a great position. Realistically, we've got to give it our all. To maintain that top 6 ambition, and a new coach can provide that new bounce. But this game itself, of course, has many, many layers. It's the Tony Mowbray derby. Of course, he was very much loved with us. Adam Armstrong's back, scoring goals as well already. And it's at the Hawthorns. So realistically, everything's telling me that Blackburn Rovers are not going to win this game, and everything's telling me realistically West Brom should win. But, you know, it's just one of those. This is the Championship. I think Blackburn Rovers are going to come out of this with something. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I don't know what's got this. Maybe it's the new signings. Maybe it's Cargbo, an unknown entity. No one knows anything about him. He is a wild man. He's very, very electric down that left-hand side. And Dennis, I think Dennis could get some minutes as well. I think our attacking area of the field has been revamped. And I think some frustrations might be let out loose on this game. And unfortunately, Tony Mowbray won't be on the receiving end. It is a bit of a pipe dream. Realistically, if I had to put my mortgage on it, it would be West Brom to win this one. But I've just got a little soft spot in my heart that's going to say, Rovers, step it up and raise it for this game against West Brom. But I could be completely wrong. Anyway, you can find out watching me right here on the old channel here, Roverseas, as we do the watch along on Wednesday. But until then, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. We are done for now.